The lighting of a lamp signifies the victory of light over darkness, knowledge over ignorance, and hope over despair. This lamp we light is a symbol of hope when knowledge shines and ignorance fades away. Thank you, dignitaries. May the light of knowledge continue to guide us all. We shall now move to the badge distribution ceremony for the Executive Council members. May I request the dignitaries to kindly present the badges to the Executive Council representatives. Due to the lack of time and unseen circumstances, the badges of the UFRs will be given at a later date. Mr. Sai Balchandra Desai, Chairman GUSC 2025-2026.
अरे बाबा कुछ डालता है
Mr. Soham Dakaram Rao, Secretary, GUSC 2025-2026. Ms. Shruti Pawar Mundale, Lady Member, GUSC 2025-2026. Ms. Tejashree Sambhaji, Member GUSC 2025-2026. Ms. Rebello Shavi Janet, Member GUSC 2025-2026. Mr. Kaden Shane Fernandez, Member GUSC 2025-2026. Rebello Shavi Janet, Member GUSC 2025. Mr. Kaden Shane Fernandez, Member GUSC 2025-2026. Ms. Linjal D'Souza, Member GUSC 2025-2026. Mr. Daniwa J. Glenn, Member GUSC 2025-2026. Mr. Syed Abdul Ghani, North Goa, GUSC 2025-2026. I'm sorry, North Goa Convener, GUSC 2025-2026. Ms. Muskan Sarfaraz Bepari, South Goa Convener, GUSC 2025-2026. Congratulations to all Executive Council members. We wish you a successful tenure. I now invite all the Executive Council members of GUSC 2025-2026 for a formal group photo for induction GUSC 2025-2026. Let's give them all a round of applause.
हेलो बोला हेलो हेलो बोला
Thank you, Executive Council members. We wish you a successful tenure. I now request Sir Yuri Alemao to deliver the pledge.
All the executive members be here and take executive members and the UFR. Executive members. As well as UFR. You will be there only. You can be there only.
They can stand and
Yeah, stand up. Not all the people, only executive members of UFRs only.
I think you have to raise your hand forward, right hand forward. Okay. We solemnly pledge that as members of Goa University Students' Council, we will uphold the values of integrity, equality, and transparency. We commit ourselves to serving the student community with honesty, responsibility, and dedication. We will respect diverse opinions, promote unity, and work collectively for the welfare of all students. We pledge to abide by the Constitution and rules of Goa University Students' Council, to act ethically and fairly in all our responsibilities, and to always place the interests of the student community first. We promise to be accountable for our actions, to represent all students affiliated to Goa University with dignity and to contribute positively to the growth and reputation of Goa University Students' Council.
I now invite Mr. Sai Balchandra Desai, Chairman, GUSC 2025-2026, to deliver his address. Please welcome him with a round of applause.
माचेर उपस्थित आमचे आयचे मुखेल सोयरे श्री विरोधी पक्षाचे फुडारी श्री युरी आलेमाव, मानाचे सोयरे श्री कार्लोस आल्वारीस परेरा, गोवा विद्यापीठाचे फुडारी तशेंच श्री गोवा विद्यापीठाचे उपकुलगुरू हरिलाल बी मेनॉन, रजिस्ट्रार प्रोफेसर सुंदर एन दुरी, डायरेक्टर ऑफ स्टुडंट वेलफेअरचे संचालक श्री एंथनी वेगस, विद्यार्थी आणि माझे काउन्सिल वांगडी सगळ्यांक माझो नमस्कार. सुरवातेक हांव आमच्या विद्यापीठाच्या अधिकाऱ्यांक सतत आदार आनी मार्गदर्शन दिल्ल्या खातीर हांव तांचे मना पासून आभार व्यक्त करता. तशेंच विद्यार्थी आनी म्हज्या कावन्सील वांगड्यांक दिल्ल्या विश्वासा खातीर हांव तांकांय तांचे आभार मानी करतां. विद्यार्थी मंडळाचो वांगडी म्हणून आमी हांगा सदांच आसतले. तशेंच विद्यार्थी मंडळा खातीर आमची नदर स्पश्ट आसतली. विद्यार्थ्याक आपले विचार आनी अडचणी आनी सुचोवण्यो कितें आसा जाल्यार आमकां सांगचे. हो विद्यार्थी मंडळ हो एका गटाचो प्रतिनिधित्व करतलो असो ना. हो विद्यार्थी मंडळ दरेक विद्यार्थ्याचो प्रतिनिधित्व करतलो. हो मंडळ फकत दरेक विद्यार्थ्याक आपलो आदार आनी कितें आसा तशें आपणें पुराय करतले. विद्यार्थ्याची उदरगत हो आमचो पयलो मेन मोटीव आसतलो. विद्यार्थ्याक फक्त एक बरो शिकपी म्हणून न्हय तर तो एक बरो फुडारी म्हणून आमच्या कावन्सिलांतल्यान भायर सरचो अशी आमची आस बाळगितात. तशेंच म्हत्वाचें म्हणल्यार ह्या कॅम्पसांत एक बरें वातावरण तयार करप. एक बरो फुडारी म्हणून एक आमचो भुरगो भायर सरचो. ताका लागून आमकां सगळ्यांनी एक आदार एकवटान आनी एकचारान फुडें वचचें पडटलें. तशेंच हो प्रवास एका मनशाचो एका पंगडाचो आसचो ना. हो प्रवास दर एक विद्यार्थ्याचो आसतलो. ताच्या खातीर आमी सगळ्यांनी मेळून वावरपाक पडटलें. तशेंच तें वावरतले जाल्यार आमकां आत्मविश्वास आनी शिस्तीन फुडें वयचें पडटलें. ताका लागून आमी सगळे एकठांय वावरुया आनी एकचारान काम करुया अशें म्हणून हांव म्हाजी 2 उतरां सोंपयतां. सगळ्यांक देव बरें करूं.
Thank you for your inspiring words. I now request our lady representative, GUSC 2025-2026, Ms. Shruti Pawar, to say a few words. Good morning, respected dignitaries, teachers, and my fellow students. Standing here today as the lady representative of Goa University is an honor I hold with pride and responsibility. This role is not just a position for me, but it's a commitment to be voice of those who feel unheard and to support every girl in feeling safe, confident, and valued on our campus. I believe true leadership begins with listening, understanding, and taking actions. Together, let's create a university environment that uplifts, empowers, and includes everyone. Thank you for your trust. I'll always give my best. Thank you, Shruti. I now request our respected Registrar Goa University, Professor Dr. Sundar N. Dhuri, to address the gathering.
Honorable Chief Guest, Leader of Opposition, Shri Yuri Alimo sir, Advocate Carlos Pereira, MLA Aldona constituency, Honorable Vice Chancellor Goa Institute Harilal Menon, Director of Students Welfare Dr. Anthony Villegas, President of Goa University Student Council, Secretary and Lady Representative, all the university faculty representatives who have come from different colleges who are part of this council, their parents, faculty members, and dear students and well-wishers of all the council members. Very good morning to all of you. On behalf of Goa University, we welcome the chief guest, Honorable Leader of Opposition, Sri Yuri Alimo sir, and Dr. Carlos Pereira sir, and all the parents who have come to witness the oath wearing ceremony. At the council, Goa University Council, we have seen that how they have been working for the benefit of the students and of course the interest of the university. They organize various activities for the students, for which our administration will always support all the activities which are in the interest of the students at Goa University campus and also at the affiliated colleges. We recently had the Goa University campus, Goa University Students Campus Council, wherein the students on campus are organizing various activities. Those students who are part of this council also, they must or they should participate and take the benefit of this facility. With these few words, I welcome all of you, and I wish all the members, especially the Executive Council members, all the best in your 1 year of tenure. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. I now request our Vice Chancellor of Goa University, Senior Professor Dr. Harilal B. Menon, to address the gathering.
Most respected leader of opposition, Sri Uriel Mao, Sri Carlos Almeida Ferreira, member of Legislative Assembly, Aldona constituency, Registrar Professor Duri, Director DSW Professor Anthony, other student representatives who are there on the dais, and other elected representatives, my own colleagues who are sitting here, and also the parents of those who are elected. A very warm welcome to all of you. In fact, you know, Goa University, if you look at any universities in the neighborhood, other states, Goa University is meticulously holding this election in fact on time, basically to see that how we can inculcate the concept of democracy in young minds, because you are the next generation leaders, and then leader with the character would be able to become, you know, really draw a trajectory for the future of this country. So therefore, what we do here is that we inculcate, and then as a leader, you know, there is a difference between leader and an ordinary citizen, because ordinary citizen always say that, though it is not correct, ordinary citizen always say that this is my right and I can do whatever I want. But as a leader and also as a student of this university, you must always see that you have the right, but at the same time you also have the responsibility. So the right and the duty should go parallel, and you have the freedom, but you should be completely disciplined. Freedom and discipline has to go, you know, same line. And to become a good leader, let me also tell you that you have to have a positive thought process. I would also, before explaining that, let me also tell you that you all of you have some, you know, the ideology. On the basis of ideology, you have been elected. Let's say that out of 100 students, 60 students or 70 students have voted for you. That doesn't mean that you represent only that 70. Once you hold a position, you represent the entire student community. You should be there to wipe out the tears of anyone. And you should act like an interface between Goa University administration and the students. Let me also tell you that this university is basically meant for the students. Therefore, you must take certain initiative wherein university's fame can go up. I'll tell you certain things like, you know, you have enough land here. You can actually come forward with the suggestions of around green initiative, and the various other, ideas that can actually take students in the forward direction. And you know that this is the era of technology, so therefore technology related one, what best could be done. So all those ideas can be, and even you can bring certain people whom you know interact with, all the students can interact with them. So those kind of the activities should be done, rather than always say that, you know, this is what I want, this is what I don't want, etc. In fact, you see what is sometimes what is going on in our assembly or especially parliament. If you see that, very unruly behavior, because that's not what a leader is supposed to do. So that you have to imbibe the character from the university, because being a university student, you must know that how to behave, because everybody, you are elected representatives, so everybody is looking at you. You are the leader. So therefore, there is a right way, there is a positive way of expressing your concern to whomever you want to. So that is the kind of thing you should do. And in fact, if you look at Goa is the most decent place as far as the entire country is concerned. Therefore, you should be an example. Let's say in the event of in future, if you become a parliament member, because now you are going to be molded, and then you should know that how to behave when you are in the parliament. All those things, So this is, in fact, you can consider this as a nursery ground where you can learn all these things. So that is where we thought we should have the election, and we have these elected representatives should become a leader. Now leader, let's say MLA, and then of course minister, and then probably, in the parliament, because you are the next generation leaders. So that is the whole idea behind this. And if you have any concern, you can always approach us. Registrar is there, of course, student director is there, and we have a separate wing for the students. So you can always, and if you find that that is not being solved, the grievance is not solved, you can always approach me. We will see to it that is done. We have specific statute there for, within the frame of that statute, we will see that we help you. Of course, we can even go out of that statute to see that it is possible to help you, then we'll do that. So we have basically pro-student approach, we have that, whether it is teaching. So which means that what we want is that we want to have a holistic development of the student. It's not only, university is not only meant for knowledge transfer, but also research, teaching, and along with that your overall development with a good character. Because I said about positive thought. When you have a positive thought, what happens is that your action will be positive. When your action is positive, your behavior is positive. When your behavior is positive, your individuality also will be positive, which means that your destiny also will be positive, which means that if you have a positive mindset, your destiny, in the sense that over a period of 5 or 10 years time, if you find that where you reach, that is because of your positive thought. And if you are a negative person, you will be completely negative. Nothing will work. With the positive thought, if you approach for anything, you will see to it that it is being done. So have those kind of a thing, and then see to it that you make university like a proud one, in the sense that, it's not only leadership, but also I'll say that in studies, in research, and of course in a good researcher can, I feel that a good researcher can become a good politician also. So that way, please try to see that you have an overall development, and whatever difficulties you have, we have here. And let me also tell you that we are the first, among all the universities, we are the first to implement NEP-based curriculum, because we realize that is the need of the hour. A flexible education system is the most important as far as the present generation is concerned. Therefore, we have done that. So, from the university side, we have done everything. We have got around 100 crore from Delhi. From under PM Usha, we got 100 crore. We can see that all that, buildings coming up, and also we have some of the equipments here, which even national institutions like NIO and NCPR doesn't have. So we have all those facilities here for you. So make use of that. And at the same time, you also see to it that all the facilities and all the additional, if you feel that something is required from the university, you can always approach. With these few words, I thank both the leaders, both LOP and Advocate Carlos, for accepting our invitation and also being here to bless our students. Thank you so much.
Thank you for your valuable address. I now request our guest of honor, Advocate Sri Carlos Alvarez Ferreira, to address the gathering. So we are honored by your presence, and we wish that you would kindly share a few words with us.
Before I begin, I will break a little of the protocol, the sequence. May I request the university representatives who are here to please come quickly on the stage, and we'll take a photograph, because you all are down there. Can you please come? Only the council students were here, others remained out.
One UFR. One UFR.
Yes, quickly.
Move fast.
Hanuman. फोटो
Good morning to everyone. Respected Leader of Opposition, Yuri Alimon, Vice Chancellor, Dr. Harilal Menon, Director of Students, Professor Dr. Anthony Vegas, Dr. Sundar Duri, Som Dattaram Raut, Ms. Shruti Parwar, Sai Balchandra Desai, the UFRs, the parents who have come, teaching and non-teaching faculty members, my dear friends, and members of the press too. This installation ceremony rekindles memories in my mind when I myself was a student of the first batch of the Goa University when it started. And on my law, I did the Bombay University BA and immediately came Goa University, and we were enrolled as students of the Goa University. And it has been a journey since then where we always had that kind. I was telling Dr. Menon about the mixed feeling that we were once with Bombay University and now we are coming to a nascent university, the Goa University, and we didn't know what was in store for us. But I want to say one thing to you, that many students who have passed out from Goa University have achieved very high, very top positions, not just in Goa, nationally, but even internationally. There are people who have achieved various positions, not just academically, but also non-academically in various companies, establishments, and they have become reputed names across the world. There is one cousin of mine who's from Panjim. Their house is exactly opposite Azad Maidan. There's a house there actually, which you can see that. And the son of that house is today in California, was a student of Goa University and produced several patents which are registered. He's in California and he has asked me to come over. I'm promising but never going. But why I'm saying is, think of it. Are people producing such kind of things at that level and being there, because things are never conducive when you are especially coming from a different place. Congratulations on having been installed today in your council, and I know that it's not an easy task. First is the period of time is very short, so every day will count, and then you have so many colleges, institutions with which you will be representing and you will have to cater. And as Dr. Menon correctly said, though you are elected by a particular number, you represent the entire community, for which you have to make sure that your priorities are right. But there is one thing which I want to say. I always believe one thing, that whenever you are in any place, whether you are as a student or whether you are in your work field, you should always aim to achieve the best. You should try to make yourself something different from what someone else has been doing. If you go by that herd mentality, you will be lost. And therefore, you need to excel above one who was there before and think that you will achieve more than the one who's yet to come. When you have that kind of leadership qualities, it is for that reason that you have been elected. And if you have been elected, you should not let your guard down to go one step backwards saying that I fulfilled my life's ambition and that is a full stop. No. I think you need to still keep saying, I'm at that number one position. I still need to maintain that position and perhaps rise higher and be useful not just to the university but also to society at large. Many years back, I had come here as an alumni of the Goa University, and I distinctly remember at that launching ceremony, I was present, and there was one young boy. He was doing his Konkani masters. Akshay Naik, I think he was. Akshay Naik. And he was in that welcome committee singing, but he was very good in Konkani. And when I was to speak, the bouquet they gave me, I called him on the stage and said, "Your voice is very good. You're a very good musician. And though you're doing Konkani, but you're a very good musician." Today that boy is producing music. He's very good in Konkani, no doubt. His father also, Prakash, is very good writer also, Konkani books. But in Savoy Beren, if you know who he is. And he's brought out a lot of music. He's got his own studio. And one day, several years later, I met him. And he asked me, "Sir, you remember me?" I said, "I won't tell you lies, I don't remember." And he said, "I'm that boy Akshay whom you had called," and he told me that what he does. So see what happens. As we see, sometimes you have a desire to do many things in life. Our parents tell us what we should do. Some of us follow what our parents ask. Sometimes peer pressure takes us along with other students. They are doing science, so we also will do science. Like that it is. When I was in college, when I was to go to higher secondary, my father wanted me to be a doctor and my brother to be the lawyer. So he went for science, but he just loved science. And I also went to science in Chogle College, but I never liked science. So in the 11th, when I got a distinction, my father said, no, see, you're very good and you can maintain. I said, no. I got a little emboldened in college and I said, no, if I'm not doing arts, I'm not going to college, I said to him. I became the lawyer and he became the doctor. He's a gastroenterologist, by the way. So why I'm saying this is, you must pursue what you love. And even if you have your qualifications, which are your base qualifications, I would love you to pursue what you love. Because in job satisfaction, when we speak about it, it's not just earning your money, but doing what you love to do. And that kind of a satisfaction, no one can explain. There is a term which I want to make a comment, which I would normally not make, but since it has been revived, of urban Naxals. You know that came in 2018 in the Elga Parishad case in Koregaon Park in Pune incident. And I find it pejorative to use this kind of words for people who are intelligent. Because your intelligence needs to shine. Your intelligence needs to flower. And your intelligence needs to make that impact in life and in society. And I ask you, don't let your guard down when these kind of statements are being made by whosoever it may be. In fact, a channel has asked me from Australia to make a comment on these statements, which I will be doing. This is absolutely an assault on democracy. Why I say an assault on democracy is because the voice of reason is not being allowed to be spoken. The voice of opposition or dissent is not being allowed to be spoken. Everybody wants to clap and see that everything is like India shining. It can't be. If we are doing something wrong, even I will tell you, as an MLA, if someone tells me what I am doing is wrong, I will listen. I will course correct. I'll perhaps say, if I'm wrong, I'll say, I'm sorry, this is wrong. Or perhaps I will explain why I'm doing something of a certain reasons. Because not everything can be done the way A or B or C wants. There may be reasons why it cannot be done in a larger context. So you can explain it to the people, but doesn't mean you silence the voice. And you know Tagore's words, where the mind is where the mind is free, you have to have that kind of a nation where you have that freedom of thought, and into that country which you will awake. I ask you, take this opportunity as your first step towards achieving higher targets. Keep up the name of the Goa University. I was also incidentally a member of the Executive Council of the Goa University, and I know how they work positively towards resolution of student matters, though there are other very high pressing matters which are being considered at that level. But whenever the issues relating to the students would come, it was always been looked at very kindly and as far as possible positively for the student community. So as Dr. Menon has said, that this is something I would say like a garden for you, where you can let your thoughts grow and let them bear flower. I ask you also, take this, the following your pledge, go ahead into this world, because once you pass out from the university, your friends will be gone, you will be fighting all alone, and therefore it's the time to prepare for the larger battles ahead and make sure that you stand with your values, and if you stand with honesty and with integrity, no one can shake you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir, for your insightful message. And now, it is my proud privilege to invite our Honorable Chief Guest, Shri Yuri Alamau, to address the gathering.
माचेर वचून आशिल्ले आमचे आल्दोनाचे आमदार तशेंच सिनियर एडवोकेट दोतोर कार्लोस आल्वारीस, तशेंच माचेर बसून आशिल्ले गोवा युनिवर्सिटीचे वायस चॅन्सलर प्रोफेसर हरिलाल मेनन, माचेर बसून आशिल्ले प्रोफेसर दुरी, तशेंच आमचे एंटनी विएगस बाब, तुमचे सगळ्यांचे मोगाचे बाब साई देसाई, बाब सोहम, बाई श्रुती, स्टुडंट्स, पेरेंट्स आनीक माय यंग फ्रेंड्स. सुरवातेक जेन्ना उलयतना म्हाका दिसता वी आर एट गोवा युनिवर्सिटी, सो हेजे मान राखून दोन उतरां तुमकां सांगता, कित्याक म्हाका दिसता बाब नौशादूय आहा. पयली सुवातेर तुमकां सगळ्यांक येवकार, आनीक खरेंच इट इज अ प्रिविलेज टू बी पार्ट ऑफ द इंस्टॉलेशन सेरेमनी. Anik, I call this a festive occasion. When I say festive occasion, I wish you all the best in all your duties and responsibilities towards the students and universities. आप सायन बरें जुइजा भाशेन सुरवातेक भाशण दिलें सारको, आनीक म्हाका दिसता आज आमकांय खुशालकाय जाता. एक बरो कुंकळकार मुखार सरला, क्रांतिकारी गांवांतल्यान कितें क्रांती पेटोवपाक, आनीक म्हाका दिसता तुमचो आदार सदांच आसतलो. ज्या वेळार ताका मुखार काडिल्लो जावं NSUंत आनी भुरग्यांनी, त्या वेळार बरी लिडरशीप क्वॉलिटी, बरो सारको डॅशिंग सूट बीट घालून सारको ते भाशेन बरो फीट आहा. आनीक म्हाका दिसता little that I've interacted with him, he seems to have a concern for all the students at large, all of you. पयली सुवातेर जेन्ना आमचे बाब मेननान सांगलां, एडवायज केला की a lot of green initiatives need to be initiated. सुरवातेक ग्रीन इनिशिएटिवाचें डेफिनेशन खास करून आमच्या राज्यांत आज एक ग्रीन इनिशिएटीव वो सस्टेनेबल डेव्हलपमेंटाच्या नांवान म्हाका दिसता तुमचें कॉन्ट्रिब्युशन आसपाक जाय, खूब खूब गरजेचें. कित्याक म्हाका दिसता आज तुमी जेन्ना स्टुडंट आसा, टुमॉरो यू विल बिकम लीडर्स, एंटरप्रेन्योर्स across various parts of the state. But I believe one thing that I would possibly request to speak on is about Goa's carrying capacity. And this is something that is very, very important. As students, it is your duty as well. And you have duties, no doubt about it. But म्हाका दिसता आज duties only not towards your course of study. Duties in respect not only to your institution, but duties towards the student and the student community. We are politicians, and as leader of opposition, I'm keeping it very difficult for me to actually stick. But speaking, since we are on in Goa University, there are a lot of issues, I believe personally, that are plaguing our state. The university rankings possibly going within 200, but we've got an A plus accreditation, I believe, last year. A lot of cluster universities, private universities, we've never heard of. We only heard of Goa University. We never heard of something like Ganpat University or some other university. However, I believe that Goa University has basically given a platform to proud Goenkars across state, the country, and across the world. Anik amka jenna भुरगेपणान याद जाता, a lot of student council leaders त्या वेळार सारकें इलेक्शन जातना सारको बोवाळ जातालो, lot of agitations, and this student council movement I feel हुई ना हुई आमी आज ह्या काळार फाटी आसा. आनी जेन्ना फाटी आसा कारण कितें? Because I believe I should not tell you how you should assert your rights. This is something that I'm sure you will do. But today we need to remember. We need to remember and your performance of your duties. Very few days, I believe Bob Menon सुरवातीक त्याने सांगले की एक वर्षात 10 euro. I think Bob Anthony said it. But we have, I think now, only 6 months or so. Technically, 6 months. Initiatives that need to be taken, issues that need to be raised. The student council gives you that platform, and the challenges faced by the student committee. Yes, there are a lot of challenges. Initially, I was at the start, I was talking about some issues plaguing at Beats Pilani, say for instance, the amount of deaths, students, for what is the reason, why is the reason. म्हाका दिसता खूब गरजेचें the student community at large, although this might be another issue, another subject, पूण हेजेरूय आमी, whether it is pressure, what is the reason, whether it is because of the vices, because of drugs, because of alcohol, what is the reason. आनीक आज जरी तर आमी चयल्यार म्हाका दिसता हें council एक parliamenta भाशेन. This council is like a parliament, and if you conduct this parliament properly, Magadista, you will learn, you will get a lot of skills, and the most important thing is effective communication. This has to be communication within everyone present, all the students. Magadista, the council has a very important role to play. This platform definitely, as Bab Kalus has said, you should learn whatever you can, sharpen your team building and organizational skills. आज सगळे म्हणटा आणि एक स्वताच एक डिबेट आसता की whether students should participate in politics or maintain safe distance from politics and politicians. And ek utar na, there is no one answer to this particular subject, because I believe it is broad spectrum. And when I say that, but definitely the students should associate themselves in social work, in community work, and civic issues that are plaguing our state today. That finally गोंयकारालो एक इशू आसता, गोंयकारपण आमचें हें राखपाक जाय. फाल्यां तुमी खासदार जातली, तुमगेली भुरगीं जातली. All will be part of Goa University, part of the ecosystem in the state. But हुई ना हुई आमकां दिसता तुमचो आवाज बुलंद आसपाक जाय. स्टुडंटाचो आवाज. No matter, I'm not talking about any party platform. But गोंयकारपण जें पण आज जे गोंयांत घडटा, खास करून I would not make a mention, but since Carlos made a mention about urban excels. I was shocked when a statement was made that there are urban excels in the state of Goa. But that seemed to be a selective statement. Politicians like to possibly get their ratings high. आम्ही प्रश्न घालो विधानसभेत कितले अर्बन एक्सेल आहे का मग आन्सर येलो नील अर्बन एक्सेल नाहीच प्रश्न जेन्ना घातलो पण खरें चोवपाक पण उलोवप पॉलिटिशना उलोवपाक हें आसता ताका भिवपाची गरज ना पूण म्हाका दिसता की आमी एक प्लॅटफॉर्म आज जेन्ना आमी तुमचे उलयता यू शूड रेज युअर वॉयस against the injustice, against the inequalities, against whatever is happening, against the constitution. आमच्या संविधानान आमकां हक दिला जो हक प्रत्येक नागरिकाक आसा प्रत्येक भुरग्याक आसा प्रत्येक सिनियर सिटीजन आसा आनीक let me say I believe that the agenda should be culture of humanism, culture of compassion. And this is something which the students should foster as rather or opposed to communalism and vengeance. This should not happen, especially on your campus. You all should have a freedom of speech, you all should have a scientific temper, you all should reason out because it is now at this particular stage of your growth that tomorrow you all will go into a completely different ecosystem. But आमकां दिसता की आनी याद जाता की देशाचे पयलोच प्रधानमंत्री पंडित नेहरूजीन जेन्ना and I want to recall a famous quote what the first prime minister of our country Pandit Nehruji said, and this is with significance of when universities were growing in the state of in our country. So I quote, Pandit Nehru said that a university stands for humanism, for tolerance and for reason, for the advantage of ideas and for the search of truth, unquote. Nehruji also said, and I quote, if all is well with our universities, then all is well with the nation, unquote. I believe we have our Vice Chancellor, we have the Student Council, we have all the members. I think this is for all of us to think and ponder. My young friends, as I speak towards you, the idea of a university campus. Yeah, university campus, as you have Carlos speaking about alumni and a lot of people, but we being part of this ecosystem as well. It is at this place at universities that old ideas, this gives you a platform, old ideas are tested. New ideas are born, they are discovered. Lives get transformed. Definitely, careers are built. It is true, platforms like this that knowledge is enhanced. A lot of you all will be friends for life, friendships are forged. You find a lot of mentors in this part of your life. A lot of citizens are shaped. And या माध्यमांतल्यान sometimes we stumble on our life partners as well. Some of you all possibly decide to get together through marriage. आज म्हाका दिसता we all also need to take a note that bias, जावं prejudice, जावं hate speech, जावं corruption and small petty thoughts, this is not something that the university platform should be used. Suppression of free thought. Everyone should be given an opportunity to speak up their mind. Anik, three things before I wind up. I possibly speak about something on the skill formation ideas. Anik, we need to move from information to skills. This is something I believe that other states are following. I'm told that the national education policy takes care of this. And I hope that the implementation of this is done in context of the final objective, जो आमका achieve करपाक जाय. As the students should be, or the students of Goa should be, or the youth should be armed with skills rather than just learning. दुसरो आज गोयांत म्हाका दिसता सारको main issue is about the unemployment. Goa is facing one of the highest unemployed, the crisis that is happening, highest unemployed rate, double of the national average. So, employability and placements, this is something that is very, very important as students you need to understand. And the teaching community and the students, I believe, should work together for these internships and placements. This is an important area where I believe that you all have to, and it is something that you should practice and participate. Number 3, that I would say is community values. There cannot be anything greater than the values that are enshrined in our Indian Constitution. Our preamble is the place today of human place. And tolerance and respect to India being a diverse country. This is the soul of our democracy. This is the soul of humanism. So within this, my young friends, I believe that I personally would not, if I was the chairman or the thing of the council, I would not focus on small issues. I believe let these issues not cross the school level. We've grown up. Let us focus at university, faculty, administration issues, wherever needed, bigger things. All of us should think about elections, but we should look at the university being a place of center of learning, a center of inquiry, a center of research, and we have to fix our priorities accordingly. अनेक पावट आम्ही प्रोफेसर मेननाचे आभार मानता, दुसरे जे माचेर बसून आशिल्ले, आनीक अनेक पावट बाब सायक, बाय श्रुती, दुसरे सगळे हिंगा जे बाब सोहम, दुसरे हिंगा हाजेर आशिल्ले भुरग्यांक तुमकां शुभेच्छा दिता आनीक मागता तुमचे कामाक देवान आशिर्वाद घालचो आनीक जे चिंतना तुमगेली आहा, बिकॉज यू ऑल आर लीडर्स ऑफ द फ्युचर. एंड what happens within the university, as I said, the focus should be the welfare of the student, and I'm confident that the council will take this forward. Dev very good.
Thank you, sir, for your motivating and encouraging words. As we come to the conclusion of today's ceremony, I now invite our GUSC Secretary, Soham Dattaram Rao, to deliver the vote of thanks.